Hey, what's up you guys, it's Caboose bringing you another Gotham Knights video, and today what I got for you guys here is, again, a ton of news. We are up bright and early, and I got a news roundup for you because it's Comic-Con weekend, and the hype train don't stop. I got information about whether or not the Joker is going to be in this game, and yes, there is a definitive answer. Another tease that Harley Quinn might show up, and some evidence towards that. A new Batcycle Skin was revealed, a prequel comic for Gotham Knights was revealed, and we might have gotten our first look at what Batman will look like should he appear in this game. There is some juicy news today, so do me a favor. If you're looking forward to Gotham Knights, if you can't wait for this game, if all the trailers have gotten you hyped up, well then scroll down right now, hit that thumbs up button, and share your excitement with me. Let's get this video to 1,500 likes. I mean, you guys have been absolutely crushing the like goals, and I really appreciate the support. So let's see if we can keep that going. And with that being said, let's jump into this. Okay, so we know just a couple of days ago, there was a Comic-Con panel for Gotham Knights, and there was some information that was revealed during that panel. Now, unfortunately, I didn't attend it, and I wasn't able to give you guys the entire scoop here, so I'm not able to give you everything. However, the kind folks at IGN have put up an article that have gone over some key points that were pointed out during this panel. It mentions here, during a fan Q&A, Patrick Redding, who's working over at WB Montreal on Gotham Knights, was asked if Joker was in the game, to which he responded no, but added, "I will not confirm or deny whether Harley is," indicating that Joker's clownish compatriot might make an appearance of some sort. I've already mentioned before that I don't mind if Joker doesn't show up in this game. We got him through the entire Arkham franchise, and I mean literally all 4 games in the Batman Arkham series have Joker playing an integral role, so I'm perfectly fine if he sits this one out. Would be nice though if they at least reference him, because he does have direct impact on characters like Jason, being the one to have killed him, and then as well Barbara. He was the one who initially paralyzed her, so I wonder if they'll call to that in some way in this game, sort of reference the trauma that's still there, or the way that Joker has essentially plagued their lives. Now, I made a video a little while back going over the updated list of confirmed villains that are in Gotham Knights, and in that video I pointed out that there was this screenshot that was released online for Robin. This came out when the Robin trailer dropped, and in that screenshot he's facing off against a brute that has a shield. On the shield, if you zoom in, it looks like there's some graffiti that says Harley was here. People have also pointed out to me that in the Batgirl trailer that was just recently released, there is a shot, or there's a moment, where Batgirl's facing off against what looks like a beast. I didn't know what it was, but people have pointed out that it looks kind of like a hyena. Couple all of that with Patrick Redding playing it coy at Comic-Con and definitively confirming that Joker's not in the game, but then outright saying he won't confirm or deny that Harley is. I'd say at this point it's all but confirmed that Harley Quinn is going to show up in Gotham Knights, and it's about damn time that they officially reveal that, because that would be a huge marketing standpoint for the game. A lot of people would be excited to hear that Harley is one of the villains that you face off against. Now I'm going to continue reading from this IGN article because there's a couple of extra points that I want to go over. So it says here, Redding also confirmed that Batman is in fact really dead in Gotham Knights. He dies in the first 10 minutes setting up the plot, and remains dead at the end of the game. Very interesting use of wording. I'm going to go over that in a sec. He also added that there's exactly one Riddler question mark in all of Gotham Knights. That's also very interesting. At the same panel, we also got a first look at a new trailer showing off Batgirl gameplay, alongside more details about how the 4 heroes of the game, Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin, have distinct custom dialogue and cinematics depending on which one of the player chooses to control at a given time. Okay, first things first. So it's mentioned he dies in the first 10 minutes of the game, setting up the plot in regards to Batman, and remains dead at the end of the game. That feels like, to me, something happens in between the beginning and the end that may have Batman either come back, be alive, I don't know. But to say he's dead in the first 10 minutes and then remains dead at the end of the game feels like something's happening in the middle there. There's a bit of a gray area. I'm not sure. I am starting to buy into the fact that yes, Batman does die and something happens to Batman, clearly, because he's not a playable character, and if he was a playable character, that's the ultimate marketing. Like they would be remiss to not let people know that they can play as Batman. So I feel like he's dead. Something happens where Batman's completely out of commission, whether it's that he's dead, kidnapped, I don't know, but it's presumed that he's dead. Now, again, is he gonna stay dead throughout the game, Will he come back in some way and then be dead by the end of it? I'm not entirely sure, but I'm very intrigued now. And then it was also mentioned that there is exactly one Riddler question mark in all of Gotham Knights. Does that mean that Riddler's gonna show up? Does that mean that Riddler's really just an Easter egg in this game? It could be either one of those, but I'm leaning more towards that Riddler is more of like an Easter egg, a reference in Gotham Knights that you'll have to go out and find, rather than actually having a presence in the game as a villain. You could probably faintly hear cheering around the world that Riddler might not show up in Gotham Knights, but again, I'm pretty bummed out. I wanted some Riddler trophies, I want some cool collectibles, because it was always fun to try out the puzzles and to try and solve them. The only thing that I will definitely not miss is, again, Riddler just yammering in my ear all the time about how he's so much better than me. And yeah, we've heard for a while now that cutscenes will play out differently depending on who you're playing as in Gotham Knights. So if you play as Robin and you go through a cutscene versus that exact same cutscene as Red Hood, they're gonna be different in terms of dialogue and maybe even in terms of action and the way that the characters react to things. But okay, moving on to the next bit of news. It was officially announced during Comic-Con as well that Batman is going to appear in a Gotham Knights prequel comic. That's right, we have a Gotham Knights prequel comic that's officially titled Batman Gotham Knights Gilded City, and it's going to feature Batman in the comic book. And we have a look at the cover here of the first issue, which as well gives us a first look, potentially, at what Batman's supposed to look like in this universe. You can maybe even see as well a look at the full design on the left there. It's obscured a little bit, but I get those New 52 vibes. I almost get kind of 0 Year vibes from the suit. And again, it's sad that Batman's not going to be playable in this game. I hope that there's some way they add him down the line, because this design looks like it would be translated really well in game, and I would love to see it fully realized as a 3D render by WB Montreal. So this is a 6-issue monthly series, a limited series at that, and it starts and debuts officially on the same day that Gotham Knights releases worldwide, which is October 25th, 2022, later this year. And I couldn't be more excited to read through this prequel comic and see how it ties into the actual game. What's also awesome is that each issue of the comic is going to include a code where you can redeem it and get in-game items, one of which was revealed for the first issue, which is this white colorway for the Batcycle, and oh my god, it looks sick. You know, funny enough, if anyone played Batman Arkham Knight, and if you remember, this kind of looks like the prototype Batmobile from that game. It looks like it's that same design, and I wonder if inspiration was drawn there, but either way, I will definitely be using this Batcycle skin, because the one that they showed for the pre-order bonus, it didn't really catch my eye. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but this one looks amazing. And here's sort of the synopsis for the comic. It mentions here, in Batman Gotham Knights Gilded City, a mysterious virus has infected Gotham City, turning its victims into rabid, yellow-eyed maniacs driven to looting, theft, and bursts of anger. Batman, in his final case before his death, and his Gotham Knights struggle to keep this strange virus contained while investigating its origins. But this is not the first time this unusual illness has overtaken the city, as the series splits between present-day Gotham City and Gotham City of the 1800s, as the Dark Knight and his allies discover the Runaway, one of Gotham City's earliest masked vigilantes. So that's right, the cover of the first issue has Batman and sort of a side-by-side or a back-to-back with him, and what I originally thought was the Question, which honestly would have been super cool, but is actually a vigilante that predates all the way back in the 1800s, known as the Runaway. And I wonder if we'll learn more about this character in the actual game. I'm sure we're going to learn about him in this comic book, but I wonder if the game is going to give us some more info as well. I also wonder what some of these other in-game items are going to be that we're going to get from the other prequel comic issues, because if they're half as cool as the one that you get from the first issue, well then, oh my goodness, I'm going to need to collect all 6 and get my hands on those in-game items, because oh my god, that Batcycle skin is really damn cool. And with all that being said, now I want to kick it to you guys and let me know your thoughts on everything here in the comments section below. We went over a ton of news today, but I want to know what got you the most excited. Sound off with your thoughts in the comments, and of course, if you enjoyed today's video, if you could consider leaving a like rating on it, it would show your support and I would really appreciate it. I'm Caboose, and you can click on screen to make your way to one of the other videos on the channel, or you can click my logo to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Those links are going to be in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.